welcome back. It's been a while since I uploaded because I have a lot of stuff to do because of high school. So yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about Rust. It's a new language I learned in Goldhood in 2019, and I wanted to share with you guys how it works. And we're gonna be talking about how we can use Rust to access web data. So right now I'm on my home screen, and I'm just gonna create a new folder called web, no, just web Rust. Why not? I'm just really bad with names. Okay, now I'm gonna go to Visual Studio Code. If you don't have Visual Studio Code, it's fine. You can just access it. You can just search online. There's probably some download link somewhere. And if you have Visual Studio Code, you can start by opening a folder. And I'm gonna be opening a web Rust. Okay, perfect. So right now there's nothing in this web Rust folder. So from the bottom you can pull up a terminal, and then I'm gonna go cargo init to create folders and data inside the folder. So cargo init, boom, there it is. These three. And if you click into src and open main.rs, there's already a function here, and to run it we can go cargo run. Hello world, yay. Okay, that works. But that's not our main focus for today. So today, with web scrapping is what we say. We have to use something called the request and the scrapper. So if we go to cargo.toml, under dependencies, we can type request equals 0.9.22, and then scrapper equals 0.11.0. These are just allowing us to access all of the functions these two things have. And remember to save Command S, or else these won't work and you'll probably get frustrated. So, in order to access request and scrapper, we have to type extern create request and external create scrapper. Okay, so then we're gonna set scrapper as an HTML selector. There. Okay, so this is kind of like JavaScript, or Java. I don't know the difference, but yeah. Rust is basically a new language. Well, not a new language, but it's mainly used for variables and data stuff. So main, I'm going to create a new function called main. And then inside, I'm going to print something that starts off. So like, I don't know, something like welcome. The data we are going to get is something like that. I don't know. Okay. So then next, we need a URL, right? So I like to watch basketball. So I already prepared here a website that includes the latest game, Dallas Mavericks vs Golden State Warriors. So I want these two numbers. I want 141 and 121. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the URL. I'm going to Command C, okay? And then I'm going to go back, get that ready, and then I'm going to name this scrape team data as the website. And then make sure you need a semicolon or a colon. I don't really know what it's called. Okay, so now I'm going to make this function called scrape team data. Right, it's right up top here. And what it's going to take in is a variable called URL and a string. Okay, so inside we're going to make a variable mute. Mute is basically you can change the variable at any time, called rec, and we're going to access a function from request get the variable URL, and we're gonna unwrap it. And then we're gonna assert something. If the Rex status is success. So what this basically does is, if it's a success, it's going to continue off to the code below. But if it's not a success, it's going to stop and give us an error. So let doc, we're going to create a variable called doc body. And it's going to be HTML, or it should be capitalized HTML, parse document. And the document name is going to be called, where is it? Rec.text. And then we're going to unwrap it. Okay. Then I'm going to set a variable called team equals the selector parse. And then parse. And then this inside is going to be a tag. And I'm going to show you how to find that later. Unwrap. Oh, okay. Then that's that for now. Okay. So now we need a tag. So this tag basically is a class. So if you had no HTML, let's say you want to like do CSS, right? CSS with something. Then you have to set something as a class, and then in this CSS document, you can refer to that class and customize it, right? So for this one, we're trying to find this class, and to access it, unwrap it, and change it to a text that we want. So the easy way to find a class for something is go to a website, and then right-click, inspect element, and then let's say you want this 121 number. Just in this top search bar, just type in 121. And then something will be here. Now we're looking for a T. Yep, right here. So this is a title. It's this one, span. Okay. And these are the numbers we want, right? 141 and 121. Now the class is scoreboard. So back here we're gonna come scoreboard. Let's see if it's spelled right. Scoreboard. I'm just trying to make sure because I'm really bad at spelling. Oh, this should be a dot. Okay. Now we're good. So, next up, we are gonna make for a team in the document body dot select and team. Let teams equals team dot text, and then we're gonna collect the text dot collect. Okay, and then we are gonna print out the text. Oh, okay. Let's see if there's any errors. No, we're good. Save, Command S, cargo run. This might take a while. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna come back later after it's done. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, it says welcome. The data we're going to get is, which is printed from here, and 141 and 121. So those are the two numbers right here. And we got it from the class scoreboard listed here. So yeah, everything should be working. I'm going to be uploading this code onto GitHub and leaving the link below. So if you have any problems, you can go in there. And yeah, this will be it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.